It's all so easy. It's already done. It's already done for you by source. And your source, you're your inner being, your joy, your love, your happiness, your excitement, your joy, your love, your happiness, your excitement. There's nothing for you to fix, to change yourself, to change your personality. You don't need to do that. You're already perfect and becoming. You're always becoming more. That's why sometimes it feels like maybe we need to change ourselves so we allow our desires in. We're just becoming. We're always becoming more. We're not going backwards. We never go backwards. Our inner being never looks back. We're always becoming forward. We're becoming more. We're going forward, forward, forward for eternity, right? Because we're eternal beings and we're pure positive love. And when we know all this, when we know that our desires are done in step one, it becomes so easy because there's nothing to figure out. It's just making the choice of my desire, accepting it in my now as it's done internally, and then living as if that is done because it is, and then looking for things that are joyful and happy and exciting and fun to do. So when something is done, when we already have something, we no longer live in the reality of, I gotta go check if that thing is still here, right? If we have a car, for an example, we know we have the car. We don't go and try to manifest the car every day and just so it remains in our reality. It's the same thing. When we make the choice, we're choosing from the physicality, but it's an internal process because we're accepting that this thing that I want, it's done, and I'm living in that reality. When I accept that my desire is done, then I just follow my impulses, and those impulses bring me what I want. And this is life in the vortex, in the high frequency. I always share many tips about living in the high frequency. My favorite steps are going to sleep happy, waking up happy, and looking for things you love throughout your day. It's so simple, it's so easy, and newborn does it. So we're not trying to change. You don't need to change so you allow your desires. You don't need to process some sort of trauma so you allow your desires. Your desires are already done for you. So we have this whole system where our desires are done for us. All we have to do is accept it, that it's done, and it's our choice, and then live life joyfully. Unconditional love, unconditional happiness, and just being who we are, being our fabulous, amazing selves. Because you're already worthy, you're already good, you already deserve everything. There's nothing that you need to change in order to live the life you love, because source is never conditional. Source never says, oh, you got to become better, you got to wake up earlier, you got to process trauma, and then I'll give you what you want. That's never happening. Our inner being is never saying that. Our inner being just takes what we desire. It takes the rockets of desires and then becomes it. So we're our inner being, and then us as inner beings become our desire. The only thing we need to do is match that desire, accept it that it's done, that it's ours, and then move towards that desire. Moving towards that desire looks like appreciation of that, loving that, positive aspects of what we want, enjoying closing the gap. But what often we do is we select the desire and then we shoot it in the foot. We think, okay, this is my desire. Now I gotta go process past trauma. I gotta go do therapy. I gotta go wake up at 5 in the morning. I gotta go do this. And then that desire will come. Or we say, I want the desire, but this is why I can't have it. This is why I can't have it. This is why I can't have it. Because of my past lives, because of my horoscope sign, because of my parents, because, instead of enjoying our past, loving our parents, we create so many stories, and that's normal because we're masters at telling stories, and law of attraction keeps us going with the stories that we tell. And that's why my favorite thing to do is practice a new story in short, simple sentences. So if you were to have what you want, if you were to have your desire, which you do because you're the creator of your desires as soon as you live step 1, which is contrast. And if you were to have that desire, what would you say to tell someone that you already have it? Then practice that story. That's all in simple sentences, short, tiny stories, because you're already telling a lot of stories. And the shortcut to manifesting your desires is so simple because it's just being happy. Finding ways to make yourself happy unconditionally. Nobody else needs to be happy. Conditions don't need to be just the way you like them, because you have the inner world, and the inner world, you can always be happy. Happy, joy. Jumping for joy, because it's all so easy, and your love, your liquid love, your joy, your passion, your happiness, that's who you are. And when you're not being joy, happiness, love, ease, and flow, you get mad. And that's normal because you're not being who you are. So it's upsetting. Instead of being upset, you just allow yourself to be in this now. And just breathe. So being happy is so simple because you just become obsessed with being happy. You become obsessed with being source. You become obsessed with looking for what's best in this now. What's best in my life? What's best here? What's amazing here? How is this of benefit to me? Everything is beneficial because your source energy, you're an eternal being, and nothing can stop you. Because what is source energy? Source energy is creative, powerful energy. And when you don't allow that powerful energy to flow, it feels uncomfortable. That's why you experience negative emotion, because our inner beings are always communicating with us through our emotions, through our thoughts and emotions. They let us know how are we doing with our thinking, not in a judgment way, not in a scolding way, not in a criticizing way. It's only direct guidance. How I feel right now tells me if I'm in harmony with my inner being or if I'm not in harmony with my inner being. That's all that's happening. It's not that you're doing something wrong. You're not wrong. You can never get it wrong. If you never get it wrong, that means you always get it right. And every experience benefits you so much. Every experience is for your benefit because you're source, you're the creator of your reality, you're the chooser of your reality. And then you have your thoughts, and you can choose thoughts that you love, and you have your imagination. You can imagine anything you like. If you close your eyes, you can imagine yourself picking an apple from the tree. You can imagine eating an ice cream. Your imagination is unlimited. And a fun thing to do is train your imagination to be free, because freedom is who you are. And if you just sit with the intention to allow your imagination to roam free, it's such a beautiful experience because it will just go everywhere. It's unstoppable. You are unstoppable energy. You're powerful energy. You're source energy. And when you allow yourself to be that source energy, there's just no stopping you, and life become wonderful moment after another because there's always that creative power flowing, and you allow yourself to be in alignment with who you really are, which is amazing. You're amazing. You're lovely. You're loved. Source adores you.